Welcome to part 9 of Every Idle Word, and I'm still here in Revelations 9, verse 21. I want to look a little farther at this. I've already told you about the sorceries in part 8, but I want to look some more upon this. So I'm going to go back over it again. Neither repented they of their murders. I told you about that being hatred one toward another. And if you're actually going out here and killing somebody, that would count too. Definitely qualify. Nor of their sorceries, which is pharmakia, aka pharmaceuticals, nor of their fornication. What fornication would that be? Because you were cheating on the Lord with idols. Did you trust to His divine healing, or did you trust to man's devices? Have you repented of that fornication? I suggest that you do before it's too late, and we're getting close to that now. But you don't believe that that's the mark, right? Y'all don't believe that's the mark because you did it. And I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take that. Are you sure? Are you 100% certain that you wouldn't do that? Because no, there is nowhere in this word that says that we will swear allegiance to a particular man. How many of these did you go get? How many times did you go, like James said, and go to the elders to be healed instead? Of doing this or this? How many times did you go to the elders? Because if you had went once and God healed you, you wouldn't have needed this, would you? Of any kind. Did you truly want God's divine healing? You're stealing from the glory of God and giving it to these things. You're giving God's glory away to these things. Because God heals divinely. I'm not saying that God, sometimes you wouldn't let Him heal you any other way but through these things. You refused it, but that's not God. Why would God use sorceries? Why would God go against His own word? Why would God go to the witch of Endor to heal you? That's all I want you to explain to me. Why would Jesus go to the witch of Endor to do that? He wouldn't. He doesn't need to. He's God. He created these temples. He hath no need of anything else to help him. He created it. And if you believe that He is the creator of all things, and that you are fearfully and wonderfully made in your mother's womb, and so forth, and you trust God, just trust Him, why do you run to these things? Why are you going and taking those then? If you believe in Jesus, why do you need those? I will not. If God will not heal me, those things cannot help me. They don't do anything but have side effects and damage the temple. They are not going to save me. If it is God's will that I perish, I will perish. I don't think that's His will, though. It is His will that I have eternal life, because that's what He says in His Word. But you want to say, I'm wrong about this. You want to say that that's not the mark. But it absolutely is. And I've already told you to look up sorceries. So now let's go to Revelations 19. Verse 20. Now I've told you, there is nowhere in this Bible where it says that we will swear allegiance when taking the mark. There is nowhere that tells us that, but this is what it tells us. Revelations 19:20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. I'm sorry. Who did that say that they deceived? Let's read that one more again. I want to make sure I'm understanding it correctly. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. Wonder what kind of miracles they wrought. False ones, clearly. Why? Because it deals with deception, and the only way that they could possibly, because they're not God, it can't be real. It has to be false ones. Anyways, they wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived. With which he deceived. With the miracles he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. What is the beast that we're worshiping these days? Most people are either drugged or drunk or on some kind of pharmakia. They're not sober-minded in these last days. What is the image of the beast that they're worshiping? I'm sorry, how many again are we up to on this? I forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it is, isn't it? Are we up to 4 now? Yeah, 2 regular and 2 boosters. What are they boosting? What are they boosting? When you get a booster, did you study biology at all in school? I did a little bit. I understood some of it. I won't say that I understood it all. That would be a lie. But I got a little of it. My mama, let me go here. Side road. Put on your helmet. Yeah, you know, the helmet of salvation. You're supposed to have it on all the time anyway. Put it on. We're going on a little side road trip here. My mama had diabetes, and she had to take a lot of insulin. And that was because that's what man said, you know. Um, but anyways, I learned this little thing about that. See, because she had to take this pig insulin. Yeah, it came from a pig. You know what I'm talking about? And you take out one of these here little things, and you jab it in yourself, and you take that, and it will help control your blood sugar. They said, and because something was broke inside of her, an organ that God created. But you know what? God could have healed that, and she wouldn't have had to always be poking herself with stuff, right? See, man wasn't teaching to go to the churches, were they? No, no, the ministers weren't teaching that. They were supposed to be, but they weren't. But anyways, back to this little story about the insulin. Mom got put on 2 shots then. What for? Well, they said that the other one was a kicker, a booster. And what it would do, the enzymes in it would kick the other one that was lazy apparently into working. Pow! Sometimes we're a little lazy. We need somebody to come along and kick us into working, right? I'm joking. Calm down. Don't have a stroke. Jesus might have to heal you because doctors can't. Because those are false miracles that they do. You might say, oh, well, you know, this happened and that happened because the doctors did this, this, and this. Okay. Without the miracles, who's going to be deceived by them? You know, if they're not doing their little miracles, who's going to be deceived then? Nobody would if they didn't have something to make it look like they were really doing something. Are you understanding this? I hope so. But let's listen. With which they deceived them that received the mark of the beast. There was no swearing, no allegiance there. They were deceived. How could they swear allegiance when they were deceived into taking it? It said that had received the mark of the beast. They were deceived, them that had received the mark of the beast. Deceived by what, I wonder? What could possibly deceive man these days? Because we're all watching so good for the coming of the Lord. What could possibly deceive us, right? We're on our game 100%. And what happened to these that deceived? These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. I'll see you in part 10 for some more of this word. You really need to understand this.